When you say it's YouTube footage, all right,
it was on YouTube.
Okay, yes, but when you say like it's like watching YouTube footage is like just watching some kid who's trying to be an influencer or something, or doing stunts in his backyard or trying to be the next Mr. Beast goofing around. Like,
oh no, it was well produced.
Yeah, it's very well produced. It's cinematic. It's in 4K, super high def most of the times. A lot of slow mo, a lot of those action shots that you love in football docuseries, stirring music. Sound bites galore that'll get the Pats porn loving audience yelling, "I'm ready to run through a brick wall now, bro. Is it September yet? Let's go." Like all these reviews. Type in Forged in Foxborough on Twitter and you get at Christian Perry 24. New Pats documentary, Forged in Foxborough is fire. At Duncan Nuts 508. Forged in Foxborough is at Duncan Nuts with a Z 508. Forged in Foxborough is Patriot porn, and I'm here for it. No, that is not my burner. One after another after another. At that Matt Sharp, whoever greenlit Forged in Foxborough deserves a pay raise. Amazing. As I talked about in my 3-point stance at the top of the 3 o'clock hour. The first 21 minutes, it's Vrabel porn. The Vrabros got to be loving this. Andy, the first 21 minutes of this 75-minute inaugural entry in the Patriots docuseries focuses strictly on Mike Vrabel, what he looks like, how he walks, how they got him back in the room, why they're so happy he is in the building, the way he composes himself, the way that he practices, the way that he brings guys up in front of meetings and works on technique. He is such a hardo. He is such a football guy that if you've missed that element of Patriots football, you get it back in Costco-level abundance in Forged in Foxborough. There are also some other things that you learn. I loved finding out about the Travion Henderson deal because you know that I'm the leader of the Travion Henderson Appreciation Society and that I think that kid is going to be an absolute stud and a certified G this season. And with the unfortunate news that we got out of the Mike Reese column this weekend about what's gone on in Ramondre Stevenson's life, I wouldn't be surprised to see Henderson even taking on a potentially larger role with the team this season. But we learned that the Bears tried to trade up from 39 to 38 and only offered a 7th-round pick to swap spots with the Patriots. That's not going to get it done. But then there was another team in Houston that offered a later set. It was like 58-79 and next year's third. That was a pretty sweet deal, but the Patriots turned it down, and then that team ultimately backed out as well. So they took Henderson instead of the guard that went to Miami. That tells you exactly how much confidence Josh McDaniels and the offensive minds of the Patriots, like Elliott Wolf, who you, of course, talked about in your 3-point stance, have in this kid. There's also, I call him the timeline king because every day there's 5 to 10 new posts about how much everybody loves Patriots rookie receiver Kyle Williams. They talk about all the scouts go into how quick he is, and they love his release point. They just say he's so fast off the line. They looked at Senior Bowl footage and how he, would get open twice on a route, and they were like, twice on a route? That's 2 more times than most of our receivers that we already currently have on the roster. You get behind the scenes of May. You see Steph Diggs. The two of them already vibing and looking good, and of course, we've gotten all of that Steph Diggs stuff about how he looks like he's ready to come back from the ACL now. And since I know you love it, and everybody can't get enough of the new rookie left tackle, whether he's in the trenches or he's on the private jet, this little bite from Will Campbell, if you could get that one upstairs. Here's another one of those, is it September yet, bro, comments you get from episode 1 of Forged in Foxborough.
You have to love violence to be able to play on offense and defensive line, and that's something that I like. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Whenever you're going out there, it's either you or him, and I want it to be me every time.
I mean, come on. Let's see, who was this one? At Nest PGS said, just finished episode 1 of Forged in Foxborough, and it's the Marty Scorsese pose with his hands up in the air that says absolute cinema. Andy, the honks are eating this up in ways that you can't even possibly imagine. This is a home run for the Patriots rebrand back to competitive, grinded-out football.
Okay, so now we'll get the more realistic perspective on it. It is the biggest piece of propaganda I've ever watched. And you play Will Campbell right there, and I enjoyed it. Sure. I do wonder, I ask this about all these, who's this for, who's willing to invest, and I don't know if every episode
That's $1 million question, Andy. $1 million
because everybody who would care about this saw most of this footage already. They watched the press conferences and all the various things. They watched the Will Campbell arrival videos, the multiple ones of those, including a 6-minute one. So of the hour-plus footage, I feel like super fans have already seen 35 or 40 minutes of it, and then there's the additional stuff. But then I would also just say I have never seen propaganda like this in my life, and the thing that really explained that for me was Will Campbell. So they dedicate 10 or 15 minutes to Will Campbell, the build-up, the draft, the post-draft, the whole thing, the first visit. Arm length is never mentioned, not once, and that was the biggest story.
Nope.
I mean, that was one of the biggest stories of the draft, not just Will Campbell to New England, but Will Campbell's arm length. Could he go as high as he could or did or was going to go with such short arms, and Ted Johnson's and all those people? And to not address that, I thought was problematic, even if you're a Patriots fan. I am rooting for the Patriots, and I'm rooting for Will Campbell, but you have to at least address the short-armed elephant in the room. It's there, and most people watching this know about it. And so I didn't like their decision to not include that in here. But I did like some of it. I thought the best part of the whole documentary was Mike Vrabel clips from Tennessee when he was kind of bullying the defensive lineman, Courtney Brown, I believe it was. And he tapped out of the game. He yells at him for tapping out. Then I need you. You can't tap out, this, that. Then he ends up getting a sack, and he's like, you better go talk to Covington because Covington ran a great game for you to get you free to run this. Like, I thought that was a nice little tale within this larger picture. But my biggest criticism was like every movie I ever watch. Yeah, you could have shaved 25 minutes off of that. You could. I didn't need
like a Judd Apatow movie. My God, it was so long.
Yeah, like I don't need Vrabel, Elliot Wolf, and one other person talking about everything. Cut one or two of them out. Just give me the best quote, the best video you got. But I did think it was entertaining. But my biggest takeaway is, is it entertaining for season ticket holders? Are there like 60 or 70,000 people that want to watch it? Is there really an audience? How many people will keep watching it? Because I do think it's well-produced, and I have relationships with people down there. I thought Paul Perillo was looking young.
How about our boy Mike Dussault getting all that camera time as well?
How about those guys?
Our Pat's pals down there at Patriots Actual doing a nice job as well. Look, it was so long. Like when I turned it on, I thought it was going to be like 33 minutes, 38, 45 minutes, like an episode of Hard Knocks would be. Yeah. And then when I saw, I was like, wow, 1:13:57. Like, jeez.
On YouTube. That's the other thing. On YouTube. I didn't even know YouTube
everyone has
videos
YouTube
went
on
that
their,
long.
But Andy, everyone has YouTube on their TV now, so you just watch it like it's another TV channel. You probably do.
No, I do. It's the stupid kids leave it on that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, except yours probably isn't like on Screaming Influencers, Mr. Beast, and Unspeakable like mine is with the younger boys in the house.
No, they're always watching that good golf or whatever with Bryson DeChambeau.
That is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
which is fun. We'll say,
but like it's like how many episodes of this are there going to be? Number one, is every one of them
8?
8? Good
I think
Lord.
something
Let
like
me ask you
are
this
planned.
question: we've been wanting to get to this for a little while, but with the revelation that there's going to be the 6-part series on the 2024 Chiefs on ESPN, The Kingdom, now forged in Foxborough, and Hard Knocks, in season, out of season, Hard Knocks, another season of Quarterback on Netflix coming up. Have we reached peak football docuseries? Like,
yes.
Are we now getting too much of this? And who is all of that ultimately for?
There's not enough people to support it. Yes, it's saturated the market. We used to love it. It was unique when it was NFL Films. Now every team has it. NFL Films has millions of them. So, yes. But I'm not going to tell people not to watch it. I love my peeps down at Craft Sports Productions. Go to YouTube. Watch Forged in Foxborough.